Welcome to Shock Drop. Today, we're telling the story of a Chicago drill rapper who had unmatched energy, a raw voice, and a future that seemed unstoppable until it was tragically cut short. This is the story of Young Pappy. Shaquan Thomas, better known as Young Pappy or Young Pappy, was born on May 10, 1995 in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up in Uptown on the north side of Chicago, an area often overshadowed by poverty, gang rivalries, and violence. From an early age, Pappy was surrounded by the struggles of his environment, but while many saw nothing but hardship, he found a voice through music. Rap wasn't just entertainment, it was a way to document the life he lived and the dangers around him. In the early 2010s, Chicago's drill music scene was exploding, with artists like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and G Herbo bringing national attention to the city. Young Pappy joined that wave, but he brought something different. His tracks like Killa, Homicide, and his famous Fañero remix showcased his unique style, high energy, raw aggression, and brutally honest lyrics. Fans were drawn to his authenticity. Unlike many rappers who played tough for the camera, Pappy lived what he rapped about. That made his music real, but also dangerous. As his fame grew, so did his conflicts. Young Pappy was deeply tied into Chicago's gang culture. His music often called out rivals directly, naming names and mocking enemies. For his fans, this made his songs exciting and fearless. But for his rivals, it made him a target. In Chicago's drill scene, the line between music and the streets is thin. What you say in a song can come back to you in real life. By 2015, Young Pappy was becoming one of the most talked about underground drill rappers. Many believed he was about to break into the mainstream. But on May 29, 2015, tragedy struck. At just 20 years old, while sitting in a car in Uptown, Young Pappy was shot and killed. His murder shook the community. Fans couldn't believe that someone with so much talent, so much energy, was gone in an instant. For Chicago, it was another reminder of how dangerous the drill scene had become, where rising stars were losing their lives before they even reached their peak. That moment forced a conversation about how music, identity, and street life collide. For many, Pappy was more than headlines. He was a young person with friends, family, and a story. Though Young Pappy's life was short, his influence didn't disappear. Even today, his music racks up millions of views and streams, especially tracks like Fañero Remix, which remain fan favorites. His passion, his aggression, and his fearlessness continue to inspire new rappers who see him as a legend of the North Side. For his fans, Pappy isn't just another statistic of Chicago violence. He's remembered as someone who spoke his truth, lived with no fear, and left behind a legacy that can't be erased. New artists reference Pappy's style, energy, and raw honesty in their music. His influence shows up in cadence, aggression, and unapologetic lyrics. Young Pappy's story is part of a larger conversation about urban life, opportunity, and the costs of notoriety. It is messy, tragic, and tied to systems beyond any one person. His story is a reminder of the dangers of the streets, but also of the power of music to keep a voice alive even after death. Even today, his music racks up millions of views and streams. His passion, his aggression, and his fearlessness continue to inspire new rappers. For his fans, Pappy isn't just another statistic. He's remembered as someone who spoke his truth, lived with no fear, and left behind a legacy that can't be erased. That was the story of Young Pappy, a young rapper whose energy and talent promised a bright future, but whose life was cut short too soon. His story is a reminder of the dangers of the streets, but also of the power of music to keep a voice alive even after death. This is Shock Drop, and we'll be back with more stories soon. Thank you.